right. What's the buzz this week, Denise? What's going on?
Hi, Caroline. I don't know. We got lots of buzz going. I'm glad it's such a short month because there's so much going on this week, this month. Oops, there goes my cord. Okay, so let's see. This should be working. How are you, Caroline?
I'm great. It's February 1st. It's the first day of kindness month. I'm feeling really kind. Can I give you a compliment?
Oh, of course you can.
I really like you because you're super smart and organized and a good conversationalist.
Oh, thank you, Caroline. I really like you because you always give me great compliments.
Now we can both say we did our compliment.
We
for
did.
today.
Well, I already did one this morning. My daughter went back to school, so she's in high school, and this is the first day back after months, back 50% of the time, and she actually put on clothes, and she looked very, very nice, ready to go back to school.
Was it strange to see her not in pajamas? I think
it was. She even put on shoes instead of slippers. I thought she was going to wear her moccasin slippers out, but she changed.
That's how I felt on Friday when I came to the office. I'm like, oh, I have to wear like shoes to this place. I can't just wear my Crocs at home. So Kindness Week, just so everybody knows, Kindness Week, Kindness Month is kind of like our answer to all this bad press that kids are getting these days for being negative. We think kids are kind, we think adults are kind, and we want to make sure that we promote or make it a habit to be kind. So if you look on our website, you'll see that you can also join the cause this month and become an Aya Kindness Ambassador. We're starting it, right?
Yeah, we started, and initially it was just Kindness Day. Kindness Day is the 17th of February. And I talked to Caroline and we decided we'd make it a month. And initially we said just for children, for elementary school kids. And we decided yesterday to make it for everybody. So you can become a kindness ambassador with us.
You're never too old to be kind, right? So it's about making it a habit, complimenting. This week's kindness, random acts of kindness are outlined on our calendar, but I'll give them to you now. Monday, today is the first day, so you give someone one compliment. Tuesday, 2 people, 2 compliments. Wednesday, 3 people, 3 compliments. Thursday, call a relative just to say hi, maybe someone you haven't talked to in a while. Friday, text an old friend, maybe someone you haven't, again, someone you want to connect with, who you haven't connected with in a while. Send them a little text message telling them that you're thinking about them. Then Saturday was mainly for kids. Sweep the house, do something that you don't normally do that shows your family that you care about them. And if you normally sweep the house, okay, I'm sorry, but maybe I don't know, maybe you'll find something else you want to do that day. And then Sunday, offer to make tea or coffee for someone. So those are the random acts this week. Again, we'll remind you of what they are next week. So that's one buzz this week. What else? What about our buzzcast, Denise? Tell us about it. What are we doing?
Okay, so we decided to do this weekly buzzcast because Caroline and I buzz all the time. But the buzz is particularly interesting on Monday when we haven't seen each other, but we usually try and leave each other alone on weekends. But we have to catch up with what's the buzz. So there's always a lot of buzz on Monday. So this is a 20-minute conversation every Monday. And this week it's just Caroline and I, but other weeks we're going to have special topics and special guests and different kinds of.
Super excited about next week because we've got 2 really special, cool guests next week. Next week we have Laura Williams and Angela Boone Mansfield, and these are two old friends of ours who have been with us in the classroom about various subjects, including Black Lives Matter, which is our favorite things to talk about this year. But they're coming in next week to help us talk about who we're really buzzing about, which is Amanda Gorman, who's the poet from the presidential inauguration. Maybe you saw her. She had a great yellow jacket on.
Yeah.
Oh, she
So
She
cool.
would go great on our buzzcast. We have to get her some point.
I
But
looked for the ring. I don't know where you can find that ring.
well, I know that.
It's a Greek American designer.
Okay, the caged bird, you mean,
Bird ring.
the reference to Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
I know why the caged birds sing. Ah, it's an amazing ring that Oprah gave her as a gift.
I just posted our link to Random Acts of Kindness on our Facebook page. So if you want to get involved with that, just check out our calendar. Karoline just told you what's up this week for random acts, but you got our link on the blog. And
there's also coloring pages for kids, right?
Right. And Amanda, I'm thinking about Amanda, we're going to have a lot more to talk to, not just the presidential poem, the inaugural poem, but also Sunday night on the, what is that, the 8th, the 7th, next Sunday, there's a Super Bowl. And Amanda Gorman is reading, she's written a special poem for the Super Bowl. Can you believe
so
that?
amazing. Have they ever had a poet at the Super Bowl? It's something that I don't think I've ever seen.
Never, ever. And apparently she was already in contact with the Super Bowl people before she did the inaugural stuff, like months ago, before she was even selected to do that. So that's going to be super cool. So if you don't like football and you used to watch it just for commercials or halftime, now you got to watch it for Amanda.
I know. I wonder who else is in the, do you know who's doing the halftime show? Anybody interested?
The Weekend.
Are these like things I'm too old to understand?
I can't remember the titles of songs. I know he's got some strange hair. The Weekend.
Okay.
And
are we like 100 years old, Denise? I feel like 100 years old when we talk about
me
this.
too.
We better change the subject.
It's not that old, new. It's been around a few years.
Okay.
I don't know who's doing the national anthem because Lady Gaga already did it a few years ago.
Right.
It came in on a wire, I remember. I don't remember what stadium, but
yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
Just look. I'm going to Google it quick.
But I don't think I can make it because I can't. It starts at 12:30, which means it's going to be over at 4. So you could watch it until halftime. But
who's playing?
We don't get the commercials. So what am I watching it for besides Amanda?
Right. I would watch it the next day just to get the commercials.
Yeah,
so it's the Buccaneers who are playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, it looks like. So that should be interesting. I don't know if there's anybody. Let me just check the halftime show. They have a thing where you can buy tickets. Like, oh yeah.
Oh, really? Online
okay.
tickets?
I don't know. The Weeknd, Canadian artist, The Weeknd will set foot on the world's biggest stage and perform at the 2021 Super Bowl halftime show.
Is it in Florida? Where is it?
It doesn't really say here. I guess I'd have to open up the page to actually get it.
Last year, the halftime was J-Lo and
Shakira, right?
Shakira, yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, okay, we'll check that. Okay. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow's Groundhog Day.
Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. And I don't know if Phil, his name is Phil, will see his shadow or not. I can never remember how that works. If he sees his shadow,
he gets scared and he goes back into the hole and you get 6 more weeks of winter.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't see his shadow, then he's like good to go and winter will end faster.
Right. Well, I was just reading these days in Italy, or I don't know if it's only Trieste, it's the Giorni del Merlo, something about the end of winter. I don't know how that one works here. These like last cold days and then it's going to be spring.
Yeah. Basically. I got to tell you, I don't believe this whole thing because in Wisconsin, it like didn't matter. Winter just kept going anyway. Did you see the major blizzard that happened yesterday? No. Where was that? Huge blizzard across the
Washington,
across the country. Also DC. The pictures are insane. Wisconsin, we're used to getting a lot of snow, but I saw that there was so much snow that it was like a new record.
No, I saw a picture of President Biden saying, it's days like this that I'm happy I don't have a long commute. Yeah, and he's walking outside to get into the Oval Office in the snow, completely snow covered.
I know we used to, as kids, we used to like say, please, please, please let it snow at like 4 in the morning. So
Mhm.
that if it started snowing at 4 in the morning, that means the buses couldn't get through to take you to
Right.
school. So you'd get a snow day. I think that yesterday at 8 o'clock, it was snowing like crazy, and it was supposed to continue until 6 p.m. last night.
Oh, no.
So
Well,
I saw
I
some
guess we had a
pictures.
snow day. We, in Ohio, we would pray for snow, and then we would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, basically, and listen to the radio. And they would go through the long, long list of all the schools that were closed or delayed. You
Right.
would go for closed, but
Totally.
sometimes they would delay and then they would change to closed. So that was like party, party.
Yeah.
We would
WRJN used to have our WRJN. That was the Racine show that had the school closings, and they would wake you up every day at like 5 o'clock with the song "Ballerina Girl" by Lionel Richie. It was like the worst.
But the worst is you're waiting for the list, and ours was called Northwest School District. So we're kind of in the middle of the whole list of all the schools. And you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and then your mom calls you like, I missed it. I got to listen to it again.
You kind of rotate through it like another 10 minutes.
There was no internet where you could just go on. No WhatsApp where they tell you, hey, no school today.
Yeah. And that was the one day when because we usually have like 2 or 3 per year. It's a little bit like for the Italians here, it's like those, they have the sciopero here, like the strike days. For us, it was snow days. Like, I don't think we'd have time to have strikes because we had to make up our snow days. And then you have to make them up in the summer, didn't you? You'd have to go a couple days extra to make up for them, up to a certain number.
For us, they planned extra days of school. It was included in a calendar.
It was included.
Yeah.
Had an extra bonus.
Oh, well.
So that's Groundhog Day is tomorrow. So we'll see if, what's his name? Pete?
Phil. In
Phil.
Pennsylvania. Remember the movie Groundhog Day?
With Bill Murray, where he repeats the
Murray
same day, the same routine every day of going to he has to go cover Groundhog Day.
Andy McDowell.
Andy McDowell
Yeah.
and Bill Murray. Good times, Denise, good times.
You have to watch that again. I bet it's on YouTube.
I think it's everywhere. It's on all the time.
Okay.
So, okay, other things that are buzzing this week.
There are a bunch of things going on. So in addition to talking about Amanda, we're doing, our theme this month is Black Poets for Black History Month. And I found some super cool things on Spotify. You can actually find recordings of Langston Hughes reading his own poems.
No way.
Yeah, the Smithsonian put together these poetry readings, and there used to be records of poets reading their stuff. So we're gonna.
I think you plan that because Langston Hughes already also wrote the book about the snow day called The Snowy Day, where the little boy goes out to play in the snow, makes different tracks, comes back with a snowball in his pocket, and it disappears while he's in the tub. Yeah,
he
Langston
also
Hughes
wrote I Too Am America. Yeah. So, and he also was working as a poet in those years of the Depression. You know how the WPA would build roads and stuff? They paid artists and writers and people to also do other things. So he was in that. What else is up?
there's Joe's back from Australia.
Oh, good. We're going to have to get him on as a guest.
Yay. Welcome back, Joe.
Hi, Joe. I bet he's watching us.
I hope so. He can send us little hearts.
Yeah.
Flying hearts on the thing. Then the other thing is that it's our 60th anniversary this year. It feels like 170. But it's just 60. So 60, we're 60 years young, right, Denise?
Yeah, in November, we're still technically 59.
Okay.
But we're thinking 60, right?
Do we get to count backwards like other people? Like, you don't want to cross over?
We have to tell our age.
Yeah.
So Susanna's here today, and she's working on a project for our anniversary. And she's looking at pictures today. And we also put a thing in our newsletter, getting people to tell us what your memories are, because so many people pass through the Associazione Italo Americana in these years. We figured out we've got 3 generations. It could even be 4 of people who've been through these doors. studying English or in those big years of going to the movies at the Ariston. That was the main social scene for everybody on Thursday nights for years.
Right. People would come and listen to records. Remember all those records we used to have in that back room at the old association?
Yes.
Tons of records. Those really heavy ones, not like the sort of lighter ones from the 80s.
All totally scratched up.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And, you know, I realized that in my time here, I have definitely taught at least 2 generations because I've had a lot of parents and now I teach their kids. So I can imagine that over the life of the association, we've done a few generations.
Well, plus we've got those grandmothers who bring their grandchildren in.
Right.
So, yeah.
Crazy stuff.
So that's one. And another anniversary, this is like an international anniversary, is Fulbright. This year, the Fulbright is celebrating 75 years. And there are so many people in this area who were Fulbright scholars or who went on US exchange programs. And we don't know who you are. We don't know where you are because you came back and then you just kind of
forgot to tell us. You forgot to tell us.
Tell us. We want to know what you did. We want to know how it was, where you were. So there's another sign up on our blog for those Fulbright people. We'd love to talk to you. You could be our buzz guests. You could be a full-time guest because I'm sure you do super cool things when you were in the US with Fulbright. Or maybe you were Fulbright in Italy and you ended up staying. Could be.
It could happen.
Could happen.
Maybe you fell in love.
Yeah, like you and me.
Exactly.
Well, kind of.
Right. No, you're gonna say I came here for love and I stayed for the pasta creme. So what else is going on? Who's in the office today?
Today, Francesca's here, Suzanne, and that's it.
Yeah, it's a pretty, okay.
And me.
Pochi ma boni, as we say in Italian, right?
Yes, yes, it's quiet. And tomorrow you've got your English class, that new English class that's starting.
Tomorrow we have a new beginners class starting for adults. That's in the morning, I think at 10. So that's exciting because we haven't had a beginners class in a while because normally people have had some English. But sometimes we get people who studied other languages like German or something else, or maybe they just haven't done English in a long time. They don't feel comfortable going into advanced beginners. So that's pretty exciting. And then we've got
sign up.
Yeah, you can still sign up.
It starts tomorrow at 10. Maybe there's some parents watching who are already members.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're already a member, so just sign up. It's only 5 weeks.
Right. It might be someone that you know, because sometimes people tell you, oh, you know, I always want to do English, but I never did it. Well, here's your chance, right?
Yes. And it's super practical. It's not like the book kind of English. It's
right.
Different.
Practical stuff. Making sure that you can order the food when you travel again. Are we going to travel again this summer, Denise, do you think?
I hope so. I sure hope so. Where are you going?
I want to go to America, but I bought tickets and they got canceled the next day. So I'm not ready to do that one again. What I really want to do is go to Greece. I've never been to Greece before.
Oh, you have to go. You have to go.
The thing is, I think tickets are cheap now, but I'm worried that they're going to cancel them or something. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Right.
You know, you have to, I'm not particularly risk averse, but after this one with I found a super cheap ticket to America and then they canceled the next day. So I don't know. I'm feeling a little suspicious about the airline industry this week, but we'll see if I get over it.
There's some new rules too for going to the States. You
need
to take a COVID test, everybody, a COVID test before you get there. That's the new law. And I don't know, I think you have to quarantine when you get there. I'm not sure. Maybe it depends where you go.
All right.
But also, everybody coming to Italy needs a COVID test. So like Joe, he had COVID test in Venice.
And now he's in quarantine, right?
Yeah.
So do you think they'll ever let us get the vaccination? Because I would like it immediately. But I don't think
my mom got it. My mom is over 80, so she got, and everybody asked me, what'd she get? What'd she get? So I asked her finally what it was. It was Moderna or whatever.
Yeah, this is the first time where everybody knows the names of the different pharmaceutical companies who made them. There's like 3 or 4 different ones.
Right.
Like, it's so weird, like how we're getting so technical about these things. But
my sister got it. She's in healthcare though.
Okay.
She got her first dose. I think my mom should get her second one like next Saturday. She
Okay.
was really impressed with how it worked and really happy to have it. What about your mom?
I don't think she's gotten it yet, but I think she'd like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
So.
what happens if it happens? You have your appointment on a snow day.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
She lives like across the street from the hospital. She just walk over there with her,
Okay.
like trudge or walk her
Put on
through
your
the
snow
snow.
boots.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing we always heard. No, actually, you didn't really hear sirens because within, I think, a couple miles of the hospital, they're not allowed to use a siren, but we lived directly across the street. So
Okay.
anyway, so what else do we need to buzz about this week?
Let's see. Well, we still have that remote access to eLibrary USA that you can read American newspapers and magazines and databases and everything for free. And this used to be available only here. And now you can read all your American newspapers online at home.
They have like everything.
COVID situation lasts, but you have to register. So that's also on our site, on our blog.
Okay, so people, I think, email you and then you send them the registration
they fill in the form and then I give them the code. So, cool. But it's great. You can read whatever you want, gossip.
It's in the format of the newspaper too. It's bizarre. Yeah. It's like you kind of have to move it around and
you need a big screen.
You need a big screen.
On your phone, it's a little hard to read that kind of stuff.
Yeah, on the phone it's better to just get the app. But I don't know what else I have to tell you. It's going to be a pretty good week though, I think.
It will be because we already started off well. I did my compliment. I'm already happy this week.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Tomorrow I got to do 2.
Yeah, so think about, think well. I already actually gave 2 compliments today, so I'm actually ahead of the curve. Maybe I'll double up, just to be a super ambassador.
Okay. So how does this work? At the end of the month, do I have to tell you what I did? Or you'll take it?
Okay. You're going to sign up anyway, right? You're going to sign up at the link. You're going to send in your little Google form that says who you are, so we know. Then at the end of the month, we will send you we'd like you to email us, just tally up, because that's the last day of the month is you should tally up how many acts of kindness you did. And email those to us or send them to or put them on Facebook or wherever you want. And then we will send you your very special certificate as an AYA ambassador of kindness. So that's how it works. So, we'll send you one anyway, but if you tell us how many you did, it just makes us happier.
Okay. Well, there are also some other cool sites if you want to do more acts of kindness. Mm-hmm. There's like the Acts of Kindness Foundation. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of places. Well, you could just think about it.
Yeah.
Or for your neighbor who's got a bunch of groceries, that already counts as a point.
Yeah, and I think we're also thinking about mental health right now. So we're thinking about how to keep ourselves happy. We know that we don't stay constantly happy, but we have to keep working on it. So I think just creating a habit in your day where you're doing something kind for someone makes you happy too, actually. So it's got double the effect. You make the other person happy, you make yourself happy. Then in March, I think it's Courage Month. We've got a bunch of themes for each month. So we'll probably have a new challenge next month as well.
It's also Women's History Month in March.
We'll definitely be buzzing about that, won't we? Anyway, all right.
I think our 20 minutes are up.
Our time's up. Time flies when you're having fun, Denise.
Really? And we even get credit for this.
We what?
Our husbands aren't mad at us because we're actually working.
I know.
Is that Karoline on the phone again?
No, I'm looking at her now. We're talking. My goodness, Denise. So
okay.
Anyway, nice talking to you.
Nice to talk to you. And I'll talk to you again soon, but online here on next Monday.
Perfect. Okay. Nice to see everybody. Have a great week. Bye.
Have a wonderful day, Karoline.
Have a great day, Denise. Bye.